Do you remember the last time you did absolutely nothing? No phone, no music, no podcast, nothing. Just you and your thoughts. Because I couldn't. I got to a point where I couldn't even sit through a loading screen without reaching for my phone. Like maybe 10 seconds of waiting, and my hand was already moving towards my phone or my nicotine source before I even made the decision to pick it up. I wasn't making a choice anymore. It was automatic. And even though I noticed it getting worse and worse, I didn't stop myself. I knew I had a problem when I couldn't go take a piss without taking my phone with me to watch some stupid ass Instagram reels. Just fucking brain rot maxing. Waiting on a friend outside their house, phone in my hand, scrolling through TikTok. I mean, the phone was always there at every single boring or uncomfortable moment. And although I eventually started noticing the signals that I probably had a big problem, why address it? I was just vibing. As long as I had my neck and some screen to distract me from all life problems, there were no problems. Right? Yeah, I can now confidently say that that is so wrong. And the thing is, it crept up on me so slowly that I genuinely didn't realize how deep I was in it. I wasn't like I woke up one day and decided to rot my brain. It happened one loading screen at a time, one vape hit at a time, one mindless ass scroll at a time. And before I even knew it, it was just normal. This is now the way I live. And I think that's the most dangerous part of all of this. It doesn't feel like a problem when everyone around you is doing the exact same thing. I'm in the process of making a video about my nicotine addiction, but I've struggled with it for a very long time. From all the stuff I've done, nicotine has been the most difficult to quit, especially because it's literally everywhere. If you're outside, you will see someone ripping your vape or smoking a cig every 50 meters. And something that I think is like actually fucking great, in Belgium right now they're working on you can't see the nicotine products anymore at the store. So normally where the cigs would be, the vapes would be, and the nicotine pouches would be, there's now just like a big curtain ahead of it, so you can't see it. And I've noticed myself since I've quit that helps so fucking much because every time I'd walk into the store, I would just be like, damn, I want some of that right now. But now I don't have that itch anymore. Anyway, of course, there's also gaming, my sweetheart. This was one of the easiest to quit because I feel like sitting inside on your ass in a dark room just to play games just feels the most unhealthy of all of them. And then there is that damn phone, which our parents warned us about. Yeah, that one has also been challenging, but I have improved greatly. I deleted all social media apps from my phone, and now I am that guy that opens Instagram on his desktop. After deleting all those apps, you will notice yourself opening your phone and just automatically still wanting to open those apps. And when I couldn't find them, my brain just opened the next most rewarding app. So in the beginning, I was looking at my investments every day, just opening Bitfavo and Revolut every single day. I have now watched my crypto go down for 6 months straight, and that actually told me everything I needed to know for how fried my dopamine was. My brain was so desperate for a hit of something that it replaced doom scrolling with obsessively checking numbers going down. That's not an improvement, but it did show me something important. My brain isn't evil, it is just looking for something to grab onto. It needs stimulation, and the question is what kind? But then, after some time passes and your brain adapts to the fact there's no easy way to get dopamine in your phone anymore, it starts searching elsewhere. And this is the most important part of the journey to becoming more mentally present and less dependent on your phone. Let me quickly explain what's happening in your brain when all of this goes down. Because once I understood this, it changed everything for me. Dopamine is basically your brain's reward chemical. Every time something good happens, you eat something nice, you achieve something, or you connect with somebody, your brain releases dopamine. That's normal and it's healthy. The problem is that your phone, your vape, and all the video games, they figured out how to hack that system. They give you tiny hits of dopamine constantly, for free, with zero effort required. And your brain starts to expect that. It starts to need that. And then when real life comes along, which is slower, harder, and less immediately rewarding, it just feels boring in comparison. That's why studying feels impossible. That's why a normal conversation feels less interesting than scrolling. That's why you can sit through a 3 hour gaming session but can't read 10 pages of a book. It's not that you're lazy. Your brain's reward system has just been completely recalibrated by cheap dopamine. You need to feed your brain some different form of dopamine. Don't just let your brain starve because then the chance of relapsing and re-downloading those short form content apps will be tempting. You need to find different things to do during all those hours that you were spending doing the thing that you don't want to do anymore. For me, this was replacing doom scrolling with mostly reading, working out, and journaling. All of these things are sources of slower dopamine for your brain. This will help because building up dopamine slower means that you will have less dopamine crashes throughout the day. These dopamine crashes are why you feel like shit after doom scrolling or while hitting your vape, for example. It's impossible for your dopamine to stay up forever. Eventually, it will have to go down. And the faster you had been driving it up, the faster and harsher it will come crashing down. That is why reading is such a great activity to calm your body and mind down. Slow dopamine is good dopamine because you won't crash out after reading a book. Every time I was putting in a nicotine pouch and beating my shit, I was just dopamine maxing and crashing super hard afterwards, which made the post nut clarity hit even harder. And when I was hitting my vape and gaming for the entire day, I felt like shit. Not only because I didn't get a single beam of sunlight on my skin, or because I ate like shit for the entire day, but mostly because I was kicking my dopamine up with every kill I got in Call of Duty and consoling myself every time I died by ripping a fat hit. And God forbid there was a loading screen. Instantly I picked up my phone or started grinding those damn reels, sending the funny shit to my friend and just rotting my brain cells away, one by one, scroll by scroll, simultaneously ripping my vape or putting in a snus, whichever happened to be closer to me. I just needed nicotine to be able to fully chill out. And still to this day, I feel the need to put in a lip cushion when I'm just big chilling at home. And I'm gonna be fully honest here, I'll still struggle with all of these problems. It's not like I've transcended these modern problems. I want to make that clear because I hate when people make videos like this one and speak like they have it all figured out. I'm not there. I'm in with you. The difference is just that I'm now aware of what's happening and I'm actively trying to fight it every single day. But for me, the turning point came when I picked up vaping. I only vaped for about a month, but that was something that I normally wouldn't do, like ever. But when that happened, I just snapped out of it. I didn't want to waste time anymore, and I started setting goals to achieve in real life. I started doing a morning and a night routine, reading every night, working out every day, and just working towards being a better friend, son, brother, and just a better person in general. Now, these things didn't all come at once, but over time, I started implementing all of them into my routine, and my mind, this way, my mind started drifting away from short-term gratification. This way, it became easier to have my focus on the long-term goals that I had set for myself. And look, I want to be clear about something. This isn't just a me problem. Look around you. Everybody's having these problems. Not just our generation anymore, but we were the first one to go through this. Next time you're sitting with your friends and there's a moment of silence in a conversation, count how many seconds it takes before someone reaches for their phone. Nobody can sit in discomfort anymore. Nobody can be bored for even a second without needing something to fill that space. And I get it. I still catch myself doing it too. But at least now I notice it. Most people don't even get that far. We are the first generation that has never had to be bored, and I think that is genuinely one of the most dangerous things that has ever happened to the human mind. Because boredom is where your best thoughts live. Boredom is where creativity comes from. Boredom is where you figure out who you actually are. And we traded all that for an infinite scroll of content that we won't even remember tomorrow. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. The more you disconnect from your phone, the more connected you feel to everything else. Your conversations get deeper. You actually listen to people instead of waiting for your turn to talk. You notice things. A sunset, a fun moment, a feeling, or an emotion. Real emotions, instead of the ones that social media is feeding to you all the time. I'm not saying throw your phone away in a leak. I'm just saying notice what it's doing to you, because the world is happening right in front of you and you're watching it through a 6-inch screen instead of living it. Don't let your whole life play out on autopilot while you're busy watching everyone else live their life. That's it for me today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See you.